Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to work on our Range Rover. This is a 2025 Range Rover. This is a hybrid. We are going to install a dash cam. What you will find out is these two main boxes. One is where the dash cam is, and I opted for the front and the rear. It's a little bigger for me. And then these are some accessories. So inside here, so this is the rear cam, and then this one is your front cam, nicely packaged to avoid any scratches. Looks pretty good. So we'll keep this in here. And then on this one, you have this most important thing, the tool that we will need to work with. And then these are your, wires for the mirror tap. I honestly don't know which one I will need. So when we work on the vehicle and see what we are able to access, we'll decide which one to use. And then you have this cable that runs from the front to the back. And I was actually surprised to see they have actually even provided this micro SD card reader, and then this SD also is an option there. But really handy kind of tools over here. And then, so let's go to the car and assemble. So you will see that in this car, looking at the side view, this is obviously your mirror, the mirror base, and the console. So the console and the mirror base are two separate pieces, and in this install we will have to remove this piece as well as the console, and then hook it up here somewhere, and then run the cable. And the camera that I just showed you is in a casing that goes and replaces this piece right there. So let's get started. Basically, as I was showing you, this is our camera. So this camera will actually replace this base right here. Okay, so let's get started. As you can see, this is our mirror. This is the base that we have to replace or remove, and then this is the console we have to remove. So I don't know if you can tell, this console is actually, it has a middle line, there's a partition in between. And what we are going to do is I've tried pulling it from the sides, and it was kind of not working, and I was also scared, so I thought, why don't we try this middle portion? So I had more success putting middle portion, just putting it in and just squeezing it a little bit, wiggling it left and right, actually made it open up. So these two pieces will just come out. So the first one just came out. So here I need to wiggle a little bit more to take it out. And it is out right here. So basically, as you can see, what we are dealing with here is that there are these clips. I don't know if you can see them. These clips right here, right here. So you have to actually pull them to the side, right? So you have to actually pull them this way, away from these clips, and they came out pretty easy. Don't worry, you won't damage it. Okay, so once you have removed these two pieces of the mirror base, now comes the console. The console you'll just plug in or try to squeeze this tool in and wiggle a little bit, and this should not take a lot of effort for it to come off. Same thing from the other side. So we'll start there and then work our way up. Okay, so once you have removed this base, I was actually removing this console also, and turns out that we should try to remove this mirror first. So I've been playing around with this, and I just wanted to show you how I got it out. So once you remove the base from here, you get access to this mirror base, and you'll have to wiggle it a little bit using this mirror also to move it around, but I'll show you what it is. So basically what we are looking at is these two tabs right here. These tabs are actually going into the two slots up here. There are two slots up here that these things are kind of latching onto, and when you wiggle it, it should come down easy. And once they come out, all you have to do is take out this cable from here. It just comes off really easy, right? And then you're done with the mirror piece. So once again, there are two plastic tabs here. You see them right here, and the other one is right there. This is where these two mirror tabs, right? These mirror tabs, sorry, my camera is misbehaving. So these two mirror tabs corners are kind of latching onto, and once you figure that out, you're done. So now we can go back to the console piece, and like I was saying, I mean, this is relatively easier. You just keep going around, and these tabs right here that are holding it together. This is our console. All the tabs are intact. Lever right here, the channel from the mirror into the base that is not removable, so I think. So you have to open up this base so that it can slide in. Okay guys, so I just figured out that this indeed was not one piece, and this actually has these brackets. I don't know if you can see them. These are not brackets but clips. You can use this tool to kind of remove this one first, and then after that from the back you can just wiggle them and they come out in two pieces. Okay, so now we are ready to assemble the camera back up again. This is the sensor cable that we were looking for. We need to get power. This is the mirror tab, and again, but we cannot put this mirror back in first, because then routing the cables all around was going to be a problem. Because after I install this console, I won't have access to this area. Because I have the combo, the front and the rear. This is the rear cable, and I'm just leaving it right here because later on I can run the cable. I'm going to use this cable. The cable is going to go into, and then it has two more cables, one to go back into the camera connection right here, and then the other one will get plugged into the car. Okay, after we plugged the cable in to test the camera before we start putting things together, I am going to route these cables through this hole in the console. Find those clips. Like I said, there are two clips right here, and then same two on the other side, and then there are these kind of clips on the console that need to engage with those two. So it should be pretty straightforward. Make sure that we are putting it in the right place. There you go. Now time to put the mirror in. Okay, so one thing I want to point out is this is where the mirror goes. You want to hook this side in first and then push this side in later in. The mirror is in, And I have plugged the camera in here also. As you can see, the cable that came with the camera went in here, and then the power that came from the car went into this right there. Pretty self-intuitive. No, it's self-explanatory, very intuitive. Now is the hard part. So as you can see, what I've done is I have shoved most of the cables in this space right here. They're really cramped, and I hope that, you know, it does not kind of, you know, make the cables break. I hope not. They're pretty solid, so it should be okay. And then now I'm going to just so you can see here there is these brackets right there, these brackets, and then there are these kind of, you know, latches here. They kind of slide in to those. That's it. But in order for these to go in properly, you have to make sure that the cables are kind of routed. So snapped in. There's this hole. This thing needs to slide in here. So hopefully that will guide it. There you go. All done.